Hey guys, how y'all doing? Oh my gosh, so look at you guys. You guys are the ones that are on time. Y'all are amazing. In the chat, give me a 1 if you can hear me. I want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. Put something in the chat. Let me know we're good. Awesome. Awesome. All right, Jaleesa, I see you. Latanya, Samantha, James, Tina. Oh my gosh, you guys, we still have more people in the waiting room coming in. Awesome. Look at this. Okay, so good. Awesome. 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 Okay, you guys, let me know where y'all are from. I think we have people in here from all over the US. Looks like, where are we from? I know we've got Denver, Colorado in the house. All right, San Diego, California. Awesome. Houston, Texas. That's Texas. I'm from Texas. I'm my hometown. And actually San Diego. Jair, you're from San Diego. So, all right, very cool, very cool.
Oops, there we
Chicago.
go. Yeah, now I can hear me. Yeah, I'm from San Diego.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, Anna, we'll be recording this and sharing it for you guys. So definitely, church, take care of church. So for sure, definitely. Thank you, Carolina. Thank you, or Carolina. I'm not sure which way you pronounce it, but very cool. Awesome. Okay. Well, I tell you what, you guys, we have a lot of stuff that I want to cover for you guys, especially because this one is our first one of 2024. So I have a lot of great stuff for you all. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. Jair, we're going to stop sharing your screen and we are going to share my screen. Yeah, so I know this is going to be interesting. I'm going to steal the show. I'm going to steal the show from him real quick. So, okay, so let's go ahead and share this. Okay. Should be coming up here shortly. In the chat if you can see my screen. Give me a 1 in the chats. Let me know if you can see my screen. Awesome. Awesome. Woohoo. Okay. If you haven't figured out that 1, that's just a real quick way for me to know that you're picking up what I'm putting down because I'm going to be talking fast tonight. So lets me know that you're with me. Lets me know you know if I say something that you're like, oh, that's a good nugget, you can throw the 1 in the chat. It lets me know that you got it. We're all good. So yeah, so okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Obviously, we are here for our monthly business accelerator. I have 2 screens here. I've got Jair over there in the other room. So he's going to be here tonight. Of course, this whole thing is his brainchild. Okay, this is his baby. I am his wife and business partner. But this is his baby. I just, I guess maybe I have a little bit of a control problem and I don't know. I'll give him that one maybe. But anyways, that's where our heart is. We want to give you guys things that help you grow your business. That is my background. I have been a teacher, educator, and trainer for over 15 years. I'm currently a licensed financial professional and business builder. Oh, you guys, I have bad sound again? It's just really lagging. Okay, I tell you what, give me 1 second. Give me 1. Yep, thank you, Jaleesa. I'm going to do that. Let me go ahead and all right, so we're gonna see if maybe no camera helps. Okay, we're gonna see if no camera helps. Oh man. All right, you guys, let me know if you can hear me again. Are you guys able to hear me? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So we are not attorneys, we're not CPAs, and we are not a signing company. We actually just want to give you guys tools and resources to help you grow your business. I feel like that is something that is really needed in the notary community and actually in a lot of communities today, but our hearts are just with entrepreneurs out there hustling and wanting to make a difference. So that's what we are all about. Now, the one thing that I actually do want to share with you guys is, we really believe that when it comes to building your business, you need to stay true to yourself. I'm going to be telling you a lot of different things tonight. Jair is going to be sharing a lot of different things tonight, but nobody knows your business better than you do. And because of that, take what we give you tonight, take what works, throw away the rest. Just get rid of the rest of it. Whatever's not going to work or doesn't feel authentic to you, just get rid of it. But keep what will work and what will help you. Okay. Don't try to be something you're not. So just stay authentic to yourself. That's what we believe is the most important thing when you're running your business. So, one of the things that I want to start out with sharing with you is something called the 1% rule. And the 1% rule basically says that the 1% of people that are successful because they do what the 99% of people don't do. And the fact that you're here tonight, you guys, we had over 100 people register for tonight. And I wish I could show you my sheet of all the registrations. There are 23 of y'all on. There's 23. So that right there, that's 20% out of the 100 that registered. But let me go on a bigger scale for you just real quick. Okay, if we look at the notaries by state, NNA did a census in 2022. Notaries by state, the lowest state had 5,000. That was Hawaii. 1% is 52. We don't even have 52 people on here tonight. So what I can tell you is you are already part of that 1% mindset, doing what you have to do to be successful and just to, yes, Trish, we rock. Let me tell you what, this group right here, I already know like the energy, the vibes that I'm getting. Y'all can't see me on my screen, but man, I wish you could. So yes, we rock. That is right. You guys are already in the right mindset to build your business, blow it up in 2024. And so I just want to give you guys kudos for that. So 1% rule right there. Check, check, and check. Okay. Now, a little bit about us. I've already told you a little bit about us, but what I haven't told you yet is that I love Mexican food. I love Dr. Pepper. And obviously, I love Texas, being born and raised here. I have a 23-year-old son that's married, which is crazy. But yeah, Jair, what about you? Unmute and tell them a little bit about you. They haven't heard from you at all yet because I've been
Okay. Can you
stealing.
guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm originally from San Diego, California, born and raised. I was out there probably for about 23, 24 years before I came to Texas and married this wonderful woman who built upon, I was already an entrepreneur spirit. I had a cleaning business out there where I would do commercial cleaning, new home cleaning for like big builders, new home builds, inventory, stuff like that. I used to race cars. I've been a mechanic. I am a big foodie. I love food. I love French cuisine. I love seafood like sushi. Lots of cool stuff. And of course, Brandon shares those passions with me.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So that's enough about us. But the one thing that he didn't tell you guys, I'll just kind of share it, is that we really believe that, everyone deserves to have equal access to, education on how to build their business, financial education. So that's why we do these. That's why we try to bring these resources to you. And so, yeah. So without further ado, let me go ahead and just share, Jair, you have something you want to share as far as just kind of some credibility pieces. So why don't you talk about this real quick? This was one of the screens that you wanted to share.
Okay, yeah, this is my background office of SnapDocs. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are on SnapDocs. Those that aren't, get on SnapDocs. It's a really great tool to receive orders and to manage your orders. Of course, I've blurred out sensitive information, clients' information, different stuff like that. But I wanted to leave enough on there so you guys could see this is legitimate. Like this is what I've made through my entire career since I started, but only on this platform. This doesn't include any other platforms that I'm on. This does not include any direct emailing, texting, calling, or any members of the public. This is just this platform. And we kind of wanted to show you what is possible if you focus and you apply the strategies and the things that we're going to show you today.
Yeah, and let me tell you real quick, I just want to throw out there, like, this isn't to brag at all. I wanted to show you guys the stack of check stubs that he had from 2022. It's insane. And those check stubs don't include like all the cash and everything like that. It's not to brag. It's literally just because we want you to know, like, it is possible. Like, it is 100% possible. And what we're going to teach you and what we want to work with you on is how to make it happen for you, because like literally, like I'm not gonna lie, when he started doing notary stuff, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And in fact, the guy that told us, one of our friends told us that he needed to start doing notary stuff, we didn't believe him. And we were like, yeah, whatever. It took like a year for him to actually start even doing it and take it seriously. And thank goodness, like, everything happens for a reason. I feel like every single person is where they should be, when they should be. You guys are all here for a reason. And it is because you need to be learning this from somebody like Jair. And it's possible. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, it is not gonna happen overnight. That's not what we're saying. If you stay consistent in building your business, it will happen. Okay, it will happen. I promise you that. So that's why we wanted to share that. So now here's what I want you guys to do. A little activity. If you are in your car, don't do this, obviously, but just think of the number or write it down on a sheet of paper, throw it in the chat if you want to be really brave. But write down how much money you want or need to make every single month. Like, what would it take? What do you want? What do you need? How much do you need to make every single month? Okay, write it down, think of it in your head. Just everything. Like, what would it take for you to be comfortable and not even have to have a career and a side hustle, but maybe it's just like that's all you do. It's just this one thing. Like, what is that number? All right, I'm seeing 2,500, 5,000, 6 to 8K. Let's go. These numbers. Look at this. 4,000. I love it. I love it. 10K. Okay, E. Yes, we got to get you on SnapDocs. 6,000, 9,000. Yes, to quit my job, 10 to 15. Let's do it. All right, you guys, here's the next thing. I want you to write down, and you don't have to put this in the chat, but write down what you actually make right now. What you actually make out on average. Okay, obviously you're going to have, the months are going to be a little bit different, but on average, what do you make? All right. We've got 7, nothing right now. We're going to, you know what? We're going to boost that. We're going to get that going. 2K. All right. Okay. Nice. 2K. Love it. So here's the thing. Okay. You guys have written down what you want to make. 5K, 35K, 400K. That's what you're actually making. But there is a gap. Okay. This is what I wanted to establish. We have established that there is a gap. Okay, we're not making what we want to be making in our business. Okay, and even if it's not notary, maybe it's something else, maybe it's another side hustle you have. Okay, you're not making what you want to be making right now. So that's why we're all here. We can all do something to make improvements in our business. That's what it's all about. Okay, so that's why I have to give kudos to you and praise you all for being here, because this will help you. The rest of this webinar is going to help you make up that difference and get you going with what you want to be making. All right. So thank you guys for all sharing that in the chat. So here is something that I want you to think about. And I know we already talked about the 1% rule being in reference to the 1% of us, you know, that do what the 99% aren't doing. But I want you to shift gears just a little bit when we talk about the 1% rule, because there is another 1% rule that says if you will do 1% better or make 1% improvements in your business every single day, then after a year, you will be over 37 times better at whatever it is you're doing. Okay, so if we focus on being 1% better in our business, or maybe 1% better in our dieting or working out or in our relationships, we will be 37 times better. And that actually comes from a book called Atomic Habits. You probably have heard that. It's by James Clear. But I want to give you a little bit more background on that because I really think it'll set the stage on what we are going to be talking about for the rest of tonight. Okay, so bear with me. I am crossing my fingers and praying this video will work. But I want to show you this little video and why it's so important. Okay, this is going to lay the foundation for our mindset for the rest of this afternoon. All right, so let me go ahead and start this.
The story is about Team Sky, which is Great Britain's professional cycling team. Sometime in the mid-2000s, around 2010, they hired a man named Dave Brailsford. And at the time, Team Sky had a very middle-of-the-road record when it came to performance on the world stage. They had won about 1 gold medal in the last 100 years, from 1908 to 2008. They had never won a Tour de France, the premier event in cycling. And when they hired Dave Brailsford, they said, we would like to change this. We'd like to improve our performance. We'd like to reach a higher level of performance. What's your plan to help us do that? And when they hired Brailsford, he said, I have this strategy called the aggregation of marginal gains. And the way that he described it was the 1% improvement in nearly everything that you do. And so they started by looking at a lot of things you would expect a cycling team to look at. They improved their bike tires, made them slightly lighter. They put a more ergonomic seat on the bike. They had their riders wear biofeedback sensors so they could see how each person responded to the training and practice that they did each day. They had their outdoor riders wear indoor racing suits because they were lighter and more aerodynamic. But then they did a variety of things that you wouldn't expect a cycling team to do. They split tested different types of massage gels to see which one led to the best form of recovery. They taught their riders how to wash their hands to reduce the risk of infection and keep them healthy. They even figured out what kind of pillow led to the best night's sleep for each rider and then brought that on the road with them to hotels. So Brailsford said, if we can actually execute on this strategy, if we can aggregate all these small changes, these little 1% improvements, then I think we can win the Tour de France in about 5 years. He ended up being wrong. They won the Tour de France in 3 years, and then they repeated again the 4th year with a different rider, and then just last year they won for the 3rd time in 4 years. And Brailsford's strategy really came to fruition at the Olympics in London in 2012 when they won 70% of the gold medals available. And so what I'd like to start us off with is the idea that small improvements actually can add up to a very significant change in a relatively short period of time. And this is just basic math, all right? If you get 1% better each day over 365 days, you end up 37 times better at the end of the year. If you get 1% worse, you take yourself almost all the way down to 0. Now, you might say, okay, well, 1% improvements are nice, but clearly no one is going to get 1% better every single day. So is that ever enough to accumulate to anything, considering that we're not going to be perfect all the time? And I would argue, yes. In fact, you can get 10 times better if you get 1% better 5 days a week, 46 weeks a year, so it's about 230 days in total. That gives you 6 weeks off for holidays, illness, laziness, and just generally not getting things done. But you're still 10 times better at the end of the year. And what I would like to propose is that the way to do this is not by setting better goals for ourselves or at our organizations, but by building better systems and obtaining better habits. In fact, you could say that the goal had never changed. They wanted to win a Tour de France each year. They wanted to win Olympic gold medals. It wasn't the goal that made the difference. Instead, it was their system, the way that they applied those improvements in a 1% basis day after day.
All right, you guys. So I know that was a little bit long, but let me break this down to 16 seconds, okay? I have one more video. Okay, I'm going to play this next video. It's going to break the concept. Well, first of all, let me know, did you like that video? I mean, did you like the concept? Does it make sense? Like, put it, yeah, okay, awesome. Okay, I just want to make sure, since like I can't really see y'all can't see me. I just want to make sure, but here's another way to look at this concept. Okay, by improving your business, just even in the smallest little bit, this is what it looks like. Let me play this. All right, so I know that was maybe a little bit of a cheesy game, but it proves the concept that by making one small tweak, it can just incredibly enhance and just propel your business, launch your business, and it's just going to be crazy results. Okay, so I want you to take that. Yeah, I know, right? I swear it's trending on social media. So Dolores, I'm with you. That's how I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's perfect for me to share. But it just proves that when you make small changes, it can just totally drastically change the momentum in your business. And so that's the mindset that I want you to carry with you for the next 20 minutes. Okay. And then we'll open it up for questions and stuff like that. But okay. All right. So here is, if you have something to write with, here is what I would recommend. Make you like 3 columns on a sheet of paper. Okay. And then with the mindset that if I get 1% better, or I do one thing that is going to just be a small step in the right direction for that 1%, here's what I'm going to do. In the left column, I want you to put what you are currently doing, whatever it is you're currently doing in your business. And then the tip in the middle is going to, you know, be kind of like maybe what you get out of tonight, like an idea that we share. Okay. So whatever idea it is that we share. And then the 1% shift is a fast action step that you're going to take right after this, or like maybe tomorrow or this week, but it will start changing your business. Okay. So that's what I want you to do. So for example, maybe right now you currently don't network enough. And so the quick tip, you're going to start doing maybe 5 pop buys a week. On average, that's going to work out to about 20 a month. After the full year, that's going to be 240 different businesses that you visited or left your contact information or whatever. That will be a dramatic change by the end of the year. So that's going to be insane, right? So in order to do that, what you would do is you would download the February Pop By freebie, which, yes, we're going to give you that freebie link at the end of this. So make sure you stay till the end. And then prepare your list of your top 20 businesses that you want to go stop by and pop by in February and leave your information. Okay. So that's an example of how you would kind of take notes for the rest of this training. Okay. So throw 1 in the chat if you're with me. I want to know you're picking up what I'm putting down. I know I'm talking fast, so I just want to make sure it's making some sense. Okay, perfect. Okay, because it made sense in my head when I was having the conversation with myself earlier, because yes, I do talk to myself. So anyways, okay, so here is what I want to say real quick. And actually, this is Jair's wisdom. There is a time to plant and a time to harvest. Jair, I want you to actually talk about this slide, because this one, I got to give you the credit for this one. You go ahead.
Okay, so this is something that I would do when I was first starting out. I was trying to get my name out there. I was trying to get signings, and I'm sure the law you guys have seen, there's highs and lows. There's times where you're busy, and then there's times where it's just quiet. So the key is there's like it says on the slide, there's a time for planting and there's a time for harvest. So whenever I wasn't actively doing appointments or harvesting, I was planting. I was setting up the next step. I was contacting people. I was emailing. I was Googling myself, seeing like, how do other people see me on the internet? Also, just coming up with templates and emailing lenders, title companies saying, I'm here. I cover all these zip codes, and I would just bounce back and forth. So whenever I wasn't working or doing appointments, I was planting and setting up the field for reaping more appointments. And it's just back and forth, back and forth.
Awesome. No, that's great. And so the thing is the harvest is like the mailbox money, the checks that come in, right? That's our harvest. You guys reaching those income goals that you want, that's your harvest. So since we're not actually sending you a check in the mail or anything, we can't help you with the harvest, but what we can help you with is the planting. And so that is what we're going to be talking about, is how we actually plant these seeds and what we can do to plant to build our business and to grow our business. So, okay. So here is what I want you to think about. I kind of said, being a former teacher, I kind of set this up as like a give yourself a grade kind of thing. So the first question I want you to ask yourself, and this is totally subjective. I'm not saying that if you do it XYZ way that it's going to result in blowing up your business. But again, that 1% shift, that 1% change can totally make a difference. So first question, do you have a professional email address? Give yourself 2 points. If it's totally professional, it's like a .com, a .org, a .net, and maybe not Gmail, not not Yahoo, not Hotmail. Okay, Jaleesa, all right, I see you. Nicole, all right, very good. If it has a word in it like notary or notaries, NSA, LSA, like NSA, notary signing agent, LSA, loan signing agent, those are all really, really good too. Give yourself 1 or 2 points. Just grade yourself, whatever you think, okay? Because again, remember, it's your business. It has to match your personality, so that you feel proud about it. And it can be something that you're genuine and authentic and transparent with doing. So give yourself 1, 0, 1 or 2 points. Do you have a professional website? If you do and it's industry related, give yourself a point. If you don't, then maybe no points. But you know what? The great thing is we can change that. We can work together to help you get a professional website. And the cool thing is I have a way to get a website for free, and then you're gonna like trip out. So, but that's in another training. Okay. What is your digital footprint or social proof like? Do you have any Google reviews? If you haven't Googled yourself, Google yourself, okay? Because that's how people are going to find you on the internet. That's how lenders and title companies and banks and lawyers and retirement home, like just see what they see, okay? And if you don't have a digital footprint yet, we can work on that. And you know what, Jaleesa, I feel you. That totally sucks. We can work on changing that too. Cause girl, yeah, I got you.
Can I say something on digital footprint?
Yes, 100%. Take it away.
Okay. So, the Google algorithm has like the top 10 spots, and those are the ones that get the most traffic. So a lot of times I would spend hours late at night, like 3 a.m., 2 a.m., just looking at where are the top 10 spots, who's in the top 10 spots, and how can I put myself there? Is it something that I can add my name and phone number and what I do? What is it? Is it like a Nextdoor app? Is it like a Yahoo? Like all this stuff, they're like fishing poles. So you might get like a couple little fish on this fishing pole. You might get some really big fish on this fishing pole, but the more fishing poles that you put out there, the more chances you have to catch a fish. Or also, we also call them tranches. You like dig these tranches and they all stream to you. Right, Brandy?
All right, so I just have to tell you, that word is actually from a show, Undercover Billionaire, with Grant Cardone in it. If you haven't seen it, you will get the inside joke about tranches. Okay, just saying. It's one of those words that I can't stand when he uses. So, yeah. So, let me see, Angel, I'm messaging you real quick. So I'm just sending you a direct message. Okay. Lynn, okay, Lynn, I need to send you this too. Yes, so website, you know what? We actually are going to give you guys a hookup. So hold on, sorry. Okay. There you go. Okay. Yes. I will get you guys taken care of. So make sure you message me, okay? Sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, listen, just all of you guys need this website. Oh my gosh, you guys are just totally okay. So all of you that need this, please message me. But actually here, this is what I think. Well, it's hard to say. I was trying to figure out what are we going to do on the next training, but you guys might need this website help. So, but there's my email. I just put my email in there. If you message me, it'll help me remember who to send this information to. But we maybe should do that on a different training next time. Okay, so that was all about that. But here we go. You guys are gonna like this. We're gonna do a giveaway. Jair, he laughed at me because when I said a website audit, he totally laughed at me. Let's see. Hold on. I don't know. Hold on 1 second. I keep putting my email in the wrong place. Okay, here's my email. Sorry, I'm putting it in the chat right now. There we go. Okay, there you go. Now you should see my email in there. Okay. we're going to give away a website audit and a digital footprint strategy session. So Jair is actually the one that I put in charge of choosing. Actually, no, we have, you know what? We have Clarissa right here. So Clarissa's here. She's a friend that's visiting. So we are going to have Clarissa pick you guys can't see her, but Clarissa, pick one of these names here in this list.
Let's do Lynn Reyes.
Lynn Reyes? Okay. Lynn, message me. Awesome. Message me and we are going to do that whole website audit / get you all set up. So Lynn Reyes, I'm writing that down too. So congratulations, Lynn. You guys give Lynn some love. Okay, give her some love. So, all right, website audit goes to Lynn Reyes. And don't worry, we have more giveaways coming up. So Wyatt gets to pick the next one. Wyatt is Jair's friend over there. Wyatt's going to pick the next one. So put Wyatt on the spot next. Okay, so here's 3 more. All right, so the last 3 were fun. Here's 3 more. Do you have business cards? If you don't have business cards, then that's okay. All right, that's just something we can work on together. Maybe you don't have physical cards, but you have a digital business card. There's ways to do that. Maybe you have both digital and physical. That's cool. So do you network regularly? Do you go to Chamber of Commerce events? Do you do pop buys, you know, and go and network with new businesses? Give yourself some points there. I am like the queen of pop buys. I love me some pop buys. I love going and talking to new people. I love that kind of stuff. So I love the 0.5E. I love it. I love it. I love
I want to say something on too. Hospitals, big time, because a lot of times it's a conflict of interest. They might have a notary on hand, but they can't do it like a lot of stuff. So hospitals, you know, the people that go in for surgery or hospice or anything like that, they need help. For anyone that does nighttime or 24 hours, I get a lot of calls sometimes for hospitals.
Jair, there's a question in the chat. Who do you speak to at the hospital or retirement home?
Okay, so I go to the front desk. I go to pretty much all the desks. So you know, they of course have multiple desks. They have the front desk. They have different desks that people are at different levels. I just go to all of them. And then anytime I get like a client that calls me to meet them at the hospital, I send more business cards and spread it more. And then I just keep doing it again and again and again every time. And it just kind of builds up that way.
Awesome. No, that's good. All right. So for anyone needing the law firms, great one too. Anyone needing the website information, make sure you email me. Yes, put that in your 1%. That definitely is a great fast action step for your 1%. So awesome. Okay, the bottom one on here, do you have clarity on the types of clients you love to serve? So the reason that this is important is because if you absolutely hate going out, and I know hate is a strong word, but if you absolutely hate going to retirement homes or rehabilitation homes, obviously you're not going to target that market, right? But find out what your niche is, what you love doing, who you help, who you love helping the most, and then you basically speak to them in all of your messaging, all of your brochures, all your marketing on your website, all of your handouts, and you know, that's who you target with all of that stuff. So give yourself a grade for that one. So now I've got another giveaway. You guys are all gonna love it because everyone in here tonight is going to be getting our February pop by templates. Because I love my pop buys. I have one that is going to be like Super Bowl. It's like Super Bowl related. One that is like Valentine's related. So you guys are every single one of y'all are going to get those templates. We're going to send them out in an email after this. You will also, at the very end of the training, make sure you're sticking around to the end, because at the very end, I'm going to give you the link. You can just go and download it yourself, so you don't have to wait for my email. So just so you know, because after this, I got to go get some food. Just letting you guys know it's going to be dinner time. So my email is going to come out kind of later. So just FYI. But if you don't want to wait for the email, you can get it from the link that I'll give you at the end. Okay, so now this is, you guys were talking about the lawyers, the hospitals and stuff like this. This is a great list. Give yourself 1 point for every single place on this list that you are receiving income for. Real estate transactions from large companies, real estate transactions from local builders, mobile home builders and mobile home sellers in your community, tow yards, solar installation companies, auto signings, medical records collections, tax loan and debt relief, local hospitals, local attorneys. That's what you were talking about. Local retirement homes, rehab centers, immunization waivers for schools. Okay, parents that don't want their kids getting immunized need those immunization waivers signed. Police academy applications, site inspections. What else is missing on this list? Like, is there anything else on this list that maybe you've thought about that's not on here, wouldn't fit on my screen?
W-9s. A lot of companies hire people from out of state. They're not in the same state, so they'll have them sign a W-9 and it needs to be notarized. Well, it doesn't need to be notarized, but usually they use notaries because they're used to it. So yeah, that's one.
Awesome. Yeah. And so we have some great people putting things. So Carolina put apostilles in there. Jaleesa put general contractors in there. Yes, love it, love it. Adoptions agencies, yes. Public adjusters, really, really, really good. Oh my gosh, yes, you guys. Bank safety deposit inventory, you guys are on a roll. Love it, love it, love it. So see, you're already thinking that's 1% thought process right there. So you guys, yes. So screenshot this. Add in what you see in the chat. But these are all great, great, great. Yes, totally good stuff. Totally.
Can I
Yes,
say one more thing on the hospital things? It's not perceived as a bad thing to go to hospitals and provide your services. I can tell you for a fact, many times people are thanking me crying because they desperately needed something quickly, limited time. And it is such a great, great feeling to save people and help people. I have one crazy story that happened. I got a call at 2 o'clock in the morning from a husband and wife. I think they were either separated or divorced, because she was flying out of the country and she forgot to get the permission notarized from the husband to take the child out of the country. And she had a 5 a.m. flight. And she had no idea how she was going to find a notary at 2 o'clock in the morning. So it was a great feeling. I swooped in, I was a hero, and I saved the day. So, I mean, going and providing these services, people need this stuff. Don't feel embarrassed or shy that you're asking for business. People need this stuff. So go in there with confidence.
Yeah, 100%. And just along with that, we'll get into this in a little bit too, but for that 2 a.m. appointment, that is a convenience fee. Okay. 2 a.m. There is a convenience fee for that. So yeah, definitely. And you know what? We got you. You have a family here. Don't worry about it. Totally understand. It can get very, very discouraging. So no, we're here for you. This is what this is for. So just know that everything can look totally different in a month and a year from now. So don't get discouraged. Hang in there. We got you. Okay, so here are some other things that I want us to think about that. Okay, what grade would you give yourself in these areas? Do you properly assess what your time is worth for those 2 a.m. calls? Okay, and do you charge accordingly? Know your worth and then add tax is 100% an absolutely true statement. Okay, I cannot emphasize it enough. Jair has really preached that to me and he has drilled it in my head. So 100% know your worth. And charge, know your worth and then add tax. How would you describe your social media presence? What would you give yourself 1, 2, 0, 1 or 2 points on that? Which by the way, our VIP members get monthly social media packs to help them with that social media footprint. How proactive are you in your business? Are you fully completing your profiles? Which get on AccuSignNotaries.com, do your basic profile. Like get that submitted. Do you save people's phone numbers into your contacts? Do you call the company directly if something comes in? maybe a text goes out to everyone, and you click accept, and you're going against like all the other 100 notaries in your community. But do you call that like Superior Notary Services or whatever and say, hey, I saw you send this out, I'm available, I want to I want to accept it. How would you rate your professionalism? Jair, I want you to tell them what you do is just an extra layer of customer service for your clients with the envelopes.
Mhm.
I want you to show them that.
Okay, this is kind of like goes in hand with what she was saying about the 1%, these small little things, but together they add up to big things, a big picture, which is you as a professional. And I also want to touch base on this saving numbers in your contacts. I always save every single person that calls me, except for the members of the public, but like lawyers, title companies, lenders. I save them as notary / and then the business and then the name of the person. So that way, when they call, I know who it is, because I get a ton of calls. You guys probably do too, from spammers, from just just weird people. But you definitely want to know if you're getting a call from like Old Republic Title, you're going to pick up that phone, because that means that's money on the line. So definitely make sure you add every single company and lawyer that you work with in your contacts, so you know when they call. And the thing she was talking about, let me pull it here. Whenever I ship documents, I'll hold this up. In FedEx, they have like this, it's cutting it out. I'll pull up my chest. They have this envelope, and then they also have this. I use both. I'll put the documents in this for waterproof, and then I'll put this inside this for the tear proof. And I'm not sure, I haven't heard from any company about it, but think about when a company gets the packet, everyone else is using one packet, they're getting two from me. So they're seeing that I really pay attention and I really care about them getting the documents and making sure that it's protected. So yeah, that's a little trick I do.
I will say that the packets in Texas right now are getting flooded. It's flooding in Texas, so much rain. So definitely going that extra mile. I know they appreciate that. So Jair, talk to them about how to get creative about being quote unquote compensated, even when someone has no money to pay you. Tell them about that. That's important. That's an important one, because you can still receive some sort of compensation. And I love how he's got this one figured out.
Yeah, so sometimes some people call me and they ask for services, and it's late at night or it's on the weekend, and my prices are different late at night or on the weekends. It's different than the weekdays. Whenever they call me, I of course always try to push them to, I tell them it's cheaper, Monday to Friday between 9 to 5. And then if in their voice I hear that they're kind of hesitant on the price, or they just don't, they sometimes they tell me like, I just don't have enough money or whatever, I tell them, hey, that's no problem. How about you give me 2 5-star reviews, and I already have the links ready to go, and I send it to them, and I say, I'll do it for free. That's like me paying them for those reviews, and those reviews are going to stay there, and they're going to get me more business. And it like all this stuff just compounds. So I may not get money from that person. I might get it from the next person. That's okay for paying that fee. But I get the review, which sometimes is even better than that one-time fee, because that review stays there. And I have people telling me like, oh, I read all your reviews. You got a lot of great reviews. And then make sure when you do that, make sure that they do the review first before you tell them, do the review and then let me know. And then I'll send you the address where I'll meet you. Make sure they do the review first and you see it, and then you do the signing for free for them. And that blows their mind. They're like, oh my God, like, thank you. That helps. And it helps you too, because it gets your review out there. You get like a ton of reviews, and which gets you more business, which all this stuff, it's like a vicious cycle.
Yeah, and I will say that I think I remember like you had one client that was like my wallet got stolen, my credit cards got stolen, but they had their passport for an ID. So they couldn't pay him, but he was like, you know what, just do the review And it's amazing how fast they get that review done. So, okay, and then the last one, how would you rate your ability to get repeat business? So like kind of like swag or leave behinds. I'm going to show you an example of one that is really good. Obviously, you know, I hate saying it takes money to make money, but if you really want to get something that sticks for people, you're going to have to invest in maybe some brochures or even something like this. This example here, let me give you these school calendar magnets. If you can go to like, I mean, there's a bunch of different websites, but like schoolcalendarmagnets.com, you get your local school calendar for whatever area you live in, put your name and contact information on that, give that to the parents at the beginning of the school year, or take it by the schools and tell them to leave it like in their break room for all the teachers. I guarantee you, you will get business from that. I haven't checked pricing lately, but that's one of the things I used to do when I was a realtor, and it really paid off. So just think about what kind of swag or leave behind materials that you can take to, you know, the builders, the rehab centers, you know, that whole list that we had talked about before. So that's a really good one. So we were talking about social media packs. This is a VIP membership item, but we promised that there was going to be another giveaway. So now Wyatt is up. Wyatt is going to pick Wyatt is going to pick a name from the list of people, and he is going to tell us who's going to get the social media pack.
You're gonna say over here in the mic too.
Okay, let's go. James Guthrie.
James Guthrie.
All right, James, I'm gonna pronounce it Guthrie because
Guthrie.
we used to live by some Guthries.
I
don't know if it's Guthrie or Guthrie, but you know, there we go. Nicole, okay, Nicole, maybe I think we might have another one coming up. Yeah, let's give James some love. All right, James. Nicole, we got another one coming up, girl. So you can still get the next one. You can still get the next one. Okay, so I want to know how you guys are doing on your points. If you have been keeping score. I know it was very like, you know, it wasn't like very official, but if you guys were keeping score, how did you guys do? Did you guys keep track of your points? Or if not, just tell me, would you give yourself an A, B, C, D, or F right now with everything? All right, Jaleesa, B, oh, an F, a D, a C. Okay, you guys are in good hands because we can change that. We can definitely change that. All right, we got a B. You know what? The thing is if you don't have an A, it just means you were here for a reason. And since you're part of that 1%, we totally got you. We totally got you. So, here's what I want to share with you guys. Okay, let me know, have you guys gotten value out of this today? I just want to know, because we put a lot of thought into like what we would share. Good, yes, awesome, I love it. Oh my gosh, I love the love. I love the love. I love it so much. Oh, Gabriella, thank you. Thank you. I love that. That makes me feel good. You guys could have been doing anything, anywhere. You could have been watching Netflix, and totally just love that you guys chose to spend a little bit of time with us. We have a lot in store for 2024. Obviously, you guys, what I got was that you guys would love the website stuff. So I think that needs to be maybe the next free webinar, Jair. Maybe we go over some website stuff in another free webinar sometime. But I hope that you guys will consider joining our VIP. I really do. But what's in store for 2024? We want to do some predictions and trends for 2024. Tax planning, going to get some guest speakers. Since we're not CPAs, I would love to have a CPA come and talk to you guys about what you guys can write off in your business. And that can be any business. It doesn't just have to be a notary business. It can be any business. Optimizing your business using AI. AI is so huge right now, and it can give you so many tips and hacks. AI is literally like your own personal assistant right now. Okay, you can use AI to do research on what are some ways I can promote my notary business in my community, and like it'll come up with like 10 ideas for you. So I want to do something on optimizing your business using AI, getting crystal clear about your target market and brand messaging, tips and tricks to become more profitable in your business, deep dive into tracking your business goals with OKRs and KPIs. OKRs stands for objectives and key results. KPI stands for key performance indicators. Strategies to negotiating prices, which Jair is really great at that, and more. So you guys, I think there's a lot of great stuff in store for you. I want to just share this with you because I hope that you guys will consider signing up to be a VIP. VIP members get like all the social media packs, all the pop buys every single month. In addition to our private groups, plus our public groups, all of that, it's only $49 a year. That's not a month, it's a year. It is literally the price, less than, I would say, the price of a coffee. So if you would like to have coffee with us at least once a month, like, you totally need to just be a VIP, like, totally. I think it's a great deal, to be honest. I've seen some insane prices, but we love giving back to people. And I mean, who doesn't love meeting great people like you guys, honestly? You guys have been awesome. I've totally enjoyed it. We are working on a new platform, so there are, you know, some things that we're still working out, but we would love for you guys to join us and take advantage of what we have in store for right now. So as promised, and we are wrapping up right on time. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I kept this under an hour. But as promised, here is your gift for being here today. You guys are going to get, I did a digital vision board training that people have really loved. So I'm making that free for you guys. So there is going to be a link to a free creating a digital vision board. It's a replay, so it's not live, but it's a link to watch it. The February pop buys, you guys can, because I'm a financial professional. That means I do like insurance and investments. That's actually what I do now. I'm not the notary guru. But yeah, so you guys can get your own personalized 2024 financial game plan for free. I will take care of that for you guys. So there's a link to schedule that. And then also I have a 30-day challenge coming up for my girls out there. Sorry guys, I'm leaving you out. I mean, you can join us. You can join us, but that just means like there's just going to be a whole lot of girly stuff, just FYI. But I've got a Transform Your Finances with Women in Wealth 30-day challenge coming up. There's going to be a link to that as well. I'm super stoked about that. That is my heart. I love, like, I just really believe that everyone needs that financial education because we did not get it in school. I could talk an hour on that one, but as promised, that's the link you go to, that the sleekbio.com/AccuSign. That's the link that has all these freebies buttons right there. It takes you through to everything. I will also send an email out after I get food, of course. But yeah, other than that, you guys, we are right at the top of the hour. I did it. I kept it under an hour, you guys. I did it. But I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Yeah, that's it. So let me stop sharing my screen because I want to actually turn my video on, so that I can actually.
Hey, before we get wrapped up, questions. If anyone wants to ask me any questions, I would love to answer any questions.
Any questions?
Don't want to leave that out.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
No, it's okay. If you want to read the questions off to me, I'll answer them.
Okay, yeah, this is a great time to stump the chump. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna pick Jair's brain.
Stump the chump.
Stump the chump. Let's do it. No questions. No questions yet. But
no questions yet. Okay.
Okay, Latanya, where do we start?
You have one question.
Yes.
It's from Latanya. She said, "Where do we sign up for VIP?"
Love it. Okay, thank you so much, Lisa. Latanya, go to AccuSignNotaries.com. You can click on pricing and it'll be right there and you should be able to sign up. I will also include that in the email that I send out. I'm gonna make myself a note because if I don't write myself a note, I might forget. So I'm gonna just make myself a note to include that in the email.
Hey, Gabrielle had a question. What's G&W?
General notary work.
Oh, okay. How do I walk in there? Well, generally, of course, I look nice, and then what I do is I walk up pretty much to anybody that's at a desk, and then I'll say, hey, I'm a 24-hour mobile notary. You may not be a 24-hour mobile notary, but you could say like, hey, I'm a mobile notary. If you have anyone that needs any kind of notarization work, give me a call. And I just keep passing my card out, even though I pass out my card at Scott and White and St. Joseph, which is here locally. I'll do it every time I'm there because there's so many people there. I want to make sure that I flood that entire area with all my cards. You can never give enough cards. So definitely, if you guys don't have any business cards, get some and just keep passing them out. Every time you do an appointment, pass out a card.
Yes.
Hope that answers it.
Yeah, and then just real quick, the recording, I'm gonna have to send that out to you guys. Just because I don't know how good this turned out with the recording since I had the tech issues and everything, but I'll get that all sent out later tonight. All the links and all the freebies will all be coming out to you as well. But I just want to encourage you guys, if y'all had fun with this, and I had fun with y'all, but if y'all had fun with this, just encourage
Trish had a question about notary training, which Brad, you can talk about that.
Yeah, so this is actually Jair wants to have a lot more in the notary training because he's the guru with that. But
there's a good reason because she used to be the assistant dean. So when me and her will put together a program, it's going to be college worthy program.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be really good. And she was always been in the top of her college as far as the feedback from the students. They love her. She cares so much. So whatever she comes up with for her training, which I'm gonna provide all the info, but she's gonna structure it. It's gonna be with love. It's gonna be very, very, very good. But yeah, of course, it's gonna take some time for that.
But in the meantime, you can get the coaching with us monthly with the VIP stuff, and always join in on our free stuff as well. We really do want you guys all to succeed because here's the thing: I might have worked at a college and I might have a master's in business, but let me tell you that there's a lot you can do running your own business, and that degree, that piece of paper costs a lot of money that's not worth it. That's what I would say.
I would say that I have zero college education. All I have is high school. That's it. So I'm not any better than anybody else. All I have is a high school education. So if I can do it, you guys can do it too. You guys just might need some mentorship, some coaching, some training, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah, 100%. And you get 2 for 1. I mean, you get him and you get me. I mean, I won't tell you who I think is better, but
she is.
Gabriella asks, would you recommend going in weekly or bi-weekly, I guess, to the hospital?
I would probably say like I would go initially a couple times, probably like at least once a week. But then after a while, you'll start getting calls. Like they'll tell people like, hey, this is the notary that you can call them. And then every time that you meet someone there, go around and pass your cards out again. And then what's going to do is then you're going to keep getting more business. And then but make sure every time you go there, you pass out more cards. It doesn't matter if you've done it before. Find someone else. If they say, I already have one of your cards, go find someone else. Just always pass out a card every time you do an appointment. It doesn't matter what appointment it is. Always leave a card.
Yeah, awesome. And let's see here. Do we host any conferences? We don't currently host conferences, but you know what? Who knows?
It could be a goal. It could be a goal.
It can be part of our 1%. That can be our goal, right? You guys are inspiring us too. So, do things start to pick up more in February and March? I have heard and noticed December, January to be slower. Jair, that's a question for you.
What was the question again?
Do things start to pick up more in February and March because December, January is slower? So talk real quick about and this is kind of getting into the predictions and trends that we had talked about with interest rates, but go ahead.
It kind of follows the real estate trend. So generally you can look towards whenever it's really busy for real estate, as far as buying and selling houses, which is the springtime and the summer, it's going to be busy for notary stuff. it might be a little bit busy before that because they're starting to gear up. And then I also noticed towards the end of the year, December, it's usually pretty slammed because they're wanting to wrap up all of their paperwork, all of their closing. They want to try to get it on the books before the end of the year. Now, also keep in mind that we are in a recession, which we are feeling that. So that just means that you might have to work just a little bit extra harder to make ends meet, to make sure you keep your income level at the level that you want it to be.
Address the fishing poles, Jair.
The fishing poles, yeah. You
Uh,
pretty much put as many fishing poles out there. I have some fishing poles where I get like work every week, sometimes twice a week. And then sometimes I have some fishing poles where I get work like once a month, and some fishing poles I have get once a year. But the more you put out there, the more you'll be getting. More input, more output.
And by fishing poles, you guys, what he's talking about is just like, where is his revenue coming from? So like he might have revenue coming in from collecting records, but he also might have it from the general public, like with the hospitals, or we live in a college town, so kids get their cars towed a lot around here. So he might get a call from somebody, after hours that needs something signed because they need to go get their car out of the tow. So go leave your cards at the towing companies. Um, you know, so just be creative and add it to your 1% list as far as how many fishing poles can you get out there? How many seeds can you plant? So be thinking about that. Okay. No, next question. I know if you guys got to hop off, we're already at the top of the hour. I understand you guys if you need to go. But next question was, do you know any companies that specialize in I-9s?
No, not particularly. A lot of times I'll get called directly from the companies themselves. It's not like they call a signing company, which calls me. So I personally do find it kind of difficult to get those directly, but they usually just find me on Google or they find me or wherever I'm advertising myself.
Yeah. All right. Next question. I know this is probably something for a longer conversation, but can you touch on pricing and how you know your worth and how you charge appropriately? Nobody really wants to talk about it because it's sensitive. It is different in every state. So you
Yeah.
want to check your states, but like just give us some general mindset mentality. Like, what do you
Yeah.
take into consideration?
So in the beginning, when I was first starting out, I was taking appointments that were like an hour away I mean, in hindsight now, it was pretty cheap, but I needed the business. So you might, if you're just starting out, you might want to take some of those just to get your name out there. But after you start getting consistent business, you really need to work out like how much it costs you to travel somewhere as far as fuel. You have to factor in wear and tear on your vehicle, because if you're driving around a lot and you're going like an hour here, an hour there, 2 hours there, then that's going to add up. So for some people, it might be $20 an hour. Some people, it might be $50 an hour. Some people, everyone's different. If you're in Houston and it's a lot more traffic, you might want to charge a little bit more if you know that you're going down a highway or road where it's really, really busy. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit more detailed. Yeah, a little more detailed on that one.
Yeah, I just want to add though real quick that when we talk about pricing, if you have to travel an hour to go take an appointment that's not paying great, or maybe it's paying average, like whatever the average is in your area, it's going to take you an hour to get there. Maybe it takes an hour for the appointment and it takes you an hour to get back. What would happen if you were to get an appointment 5 minutes away or 10 minutes away for the same price? Like, don't take yourself out of rotation for a low cost unless you have to, like just when you're starting out or whatever. But unless, like, if it's $100 appointment and it's going to take you maybe 4 hours, that's $25 an hour. What if you could get an appointment locally for $75 or $50? Well, now all of a sudden you've just cheapened your hourly rate, right? So take into consideration your car maintenance cost, your gas cost, how, like, the type of packet that you're going to be printing, you're going to print out more pages for a buyer packet than a seller packet. Okay, so take all that into consideration. Like, you're not going to charge the same thing for a seller that has, I don't know, however many pages a seller packet
usually
has.
about 60, you know, it's 40, between 40 and 60 pages. Yeah.
Yeah. So pricing for something like that is cheaper than a buyer packet, or, you know, I mean, Jair, speak to that, or do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, that pretty much covers it. Like, yeah, you definitely, whenever you're accepting appointments, you need details. Like, what day is the signing? What time is it? Where is it? What kind of packet is it? How many pages? You need the specifics, so that way you can kind of in your head know how much you should charge for this. Like, if I get an appointment to where it's an hour away, it's a reverse mortgage, which we all know those are like 250 pages sometimes or whatever. Then I'm going to charge, you know, a pretty good amount for it. If it's on the weekends, if it's, you know, 6 p.m., then my prices go up. You know, it's because my time is valuable. So, and just like your guys' time is valuable, you guys need to really focus on what your price is and what your time is worth, and stick to it. Don't let these people push you around. They're used to paying signing companies like $250, $300. I've even seen like $400. So for you to say no, this is gonna cost about, like, you know, 200 or 150 is not abnormal for them.
Yes, and I just want to encourage you, research what the requirements on your state, because here's the thing, you have a certain fee for, like, the signing, the signature for, like, the public. But here's the thing, when you're doing it for a real estate transaction, and there's a packet that's, you know, this thick or something, you know, or thicker, 2 or 3 times that, every single one of those signatures has a price tag attached to it. Every time you stamp your stamp, it has a price tag attached to it. Okay, that's why a lot of times the title companies set a specific, like, fee. That's why they collect that fee, and then they give you part of it. Okay, plus people pay for you to go to them instead of them coming to you. Okay, so there's a difference there. So while the state may set rules like, you know, $2 or $3, just know that's like for a general member of the public. That's why, you know, I mean, like, I think I went and got something notarized because obviously Jair couldn't notarize it for me. I went and got some notarized at the UPS store. They charged me $10. You know, so I mean, there's a limit set by the state, but again, if somebody can't pay it, there's alternatives for that. But you do have a lot of flexibility in what you can charge. Just check your rules. You know, also, if you can get into groups on, like, Facebook and see what people are charging or talking about, I want to encourage you to do that too. So for your area, so you can get some ideas there.
Good questions. Very good questions.
Yeah. And a lot of it, though, is also pricing the market. So, like, if you sign up on SnapDocs, for example, and they say, you know, oh, you know, we're going to charge, you know, or we're going to pay $75 for this, but you think you need to charge $100 for a signing. Well, if you respond $100, just be prepared that somebody might accept it for 75. You might have to test the market a little bit. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, listen, I know we need to kind of wrap up. It's 7:13 here in Texas, so 8:13 on the East Coast. You guys are amazing group. I hope to see you all again. Connect with us on social media.
I want to address that one question. I want to leave off BB Bree. Yes, it is allowable to ride along with a more experienced notary. The only thing is, if you're assigned assigning, you need to make sure that you're the one that's stamping and signing it. You can be with them and they can guide you, they can help you, but they cannot sign it and stamp it unless you got permission from the company. So, but yeah, you can definitely buddy up. I mean, I've taken Brandy on signings with me. I've been on her signings. So you can go along with a more experienced notary. That's no problem.
I leave the notary stuff to Jair, though. I'm not gonna lie. All right, you guys. Thank y'all so much. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Glad you were on. Let us know if you need anything. We'll hope to see you soon. All right. Bye, guys.